All right, everyone, Supreme Kami over here. So today's topic is going to be going over to the arena coins over here because we recently had updated this one over here. So I just want to quickly cover the new arena unit over here. So we got the Yami Syougun over here. So we already have one version of it already. So this is going to be the alternative attribute, which is actually not too bad because there's also that link attribute that you guys can take advantage of and potentially get more stats. So let me take a look at these parts up here and see how we're doing. So this one over here, the Jin High Mobility type, is going to expire on July 24th. So if you guys have not exchanged for it yet, or you guys want to wait a little bit longer, do highly suggest you guys get it at the moment. For example, if you do have to wait for the re1, I don't know when they're actually gonna be dropping it. I don't know if I ever covered this. I don't even remember, honestly. Probably not. I have not picked it up myself yet. Probably would do it maybe towards like somewhere in July probably, but the Yami Syougun over here. So let's see what we are doing. So this one's going to be a tech attribute. Okay, so stat wise is not too terrible. Portrait wise up here, so saber category equipped, shot guidance boosted by 40%. I mean, like, no, this is not a good portrait at all. So unfortunately, so war tech wise, you do have a commander and a Saku type over here. I don't know what's the other one has in terms of the S attribute, so we'll definitely do a quick comparison after that. But yeah, this is actually not that good. So one is going to be for your shooting type, and then one is going to be for your melee. So definitely not too good. All right, moving on to the torso. Let's see what we're looking at. So torso wise, so we here is actually quite balanced out. You guys can definitely see that in terms of the offensive stat, it's quite balanced out. It's not too bad. Defensive wise, yeah, it's not really that good. So you have your good old SD tech over here. So this one is already doing a pretty good chunks of damage already. Looking at a B power coming in at an A- sphere, so it's not too bad. War type wise, it's gonna be wonky again, commander and a Saku type. So unfortunately. So moving on to the arm, the stat on the arm is not too terrible, almost an 8k on melee on raw, so that's not bad. And the defensive wise is not too good. So in terms of, let's say, your melee defense, and then like take that 40% of that and then add that onto your overall melee attack, it's not going to be too impressive. So unfortunately, so this one when a Saku type EXQ power boosted by 30%, man, it's good, but like I don't know, like do let me know how many of you guys actually use Saku type as like an active war tag, because like this guy right here is probably one of the like very niche. Like I don't know, like this one is like, let's say next to gym type, probably no one even runs it. So kind of it is what it is, I guess. They have to throw some kind of war tag on this one, right? So kind of sad right there. Like it's not too usable in a way. So the leg wise up here, not too bad for your overall melee attack, so almost at 3k, and they're looking pretty good for your overall melee defense, so that's not too bad. Close combat and then commander, so kind of a oddball combo right there. So in terms of the portrait, this one could be usable, I would have to say. So this one's going to be one of those reduced cooldown by 40% by X amount of percentage at once over here, so it's not too bad. 15 seconds elapsed. So so basically, if you were to use all your EX skill within the first 15 seconds, for example, that's one method, right? Or that's one way you can use it. Then you can definitely have it recharge after that 15 seconds. Or let's say if you're looking at builds, like your overall build, you don't have enough cooldown or those initial charge boosting, and you wait up to 15 seconds, then you can use it. But I don't know, like how. I mean, if you're talking about custom EX skill, then you're looking at a 30 seconds before you can use it for the first time. So this is definitely not too bad. So this is definitely something you can use for sure. Unlike maybe this one, where you have to build around Saku type. So leg wise is definitely not too terrible. So which is probably something I will recommend you guys getting. So moving on to the backpack, we have a EX in this one. So melee stat wise is not too terrible. It's pretty much the same thing as the leg we have seen. So same war tag as the leg as well. So this one's gonna be the darkness that's stored over here. So looking at a C power at the moment. Okay, so A plus here, so that's quite high. This one is simply only gonna be cover your HP. Okay, kind of like not as good as, let's say, the Sky, the Higher Than the Sky backpacks, which that one is like a squad healing. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. So yeah, this one is probably not that good, I would have to say. Damage output definitely not going to be too high at the moment without like a proper alteration. So this one when in multi-mission sortie EXQ reduced by 15%. So we really don't have damage option in terms of looking at it at a melee weapon specifically. So this one is only for multi-mission, which is completely fine, I will have to say. So this one is actually not bad. I feel like you guys should be looking at this one if you guys do want a little bit more EXQ reduce with it. Like this one is free, like you can get up to 15% on this one specifically, and this one is on a savior category, so you definitely have a lot of flexible area in terms of how you want to subslot it, so it's not bad or wrong. All right, moving over to the Darkness Canon over here. So this one is a fairly bad one again. So this one is a close shot, like, and this one is on a outfighter. Wow, yeah, this one is no good. So commander and then psycho type again, so not a bad shot attack overall, but it is a portrait, not that good. So I think overall only the leg port and then the darkness sword, I think those are probably the first two to go for. All the other one I would just suggest get one copy of it and then call them day, depending on if you guys do want to max it out. That is definitely on you guys. So let me quickly take a look at the original version. So I did have both of them lined up already. So this is the old Yami, and then this is the new one over here. So in terms of tag wise, looking at the old one, this one actually have close combat. So since this one does have the link attribute, so let me show you guys real quick. Link attribute, or the attribute links, so you guys can definitely see that you can gain a little bit more power boosting. The activation requirement is definitely it's only 12 points. So basically, if I were to have the tag attribute at 6-star, we'll be looking at a 12 points over here. So I know that a lot of people don't like it as much when they're rehashing the old units, for example. But you guys do have to understand that you're actually getting a little bit more power from these specific parts. So I'm not gonna hold them too much accountable for it. Old suit, whatsoever, just because we are getting some, kind of like a power bonus as well. So in terms of the portrait of the old one, do keep that in mind. In terms of this one specifically, this one is a Sokai suit, and it does have a permanent alteration under here. It's not the limit. It's not under the limited tab. This one is under this one over here, which does not require an L badge. So let me quickly take a look at under here in terms of the alterator side. I do want to see what kind of stat differences we are looking at. So just gonna be a quick look over here. I think all the otherwise over here, like all the EXQ, they're pretty much the same. There's not much improvement, but this is definitely something we can expect. So this one is, wow, it's not even that far off, like whoa. So if and whenever the new one we got gets an alteration, pretty sure it's going to be a lot more better than the Sokai version. So this one is exactly the same war type we see from the Darkness Canon. So this one is bad. This one is good. This is definitely a good redeeming faction. So it's not bad. Torso wise over here. So originally we were looking at an A- pierce and a B power already. So looking at a, okay, wow. There's virtually no improvement, is there now? Let me see, hold up. Oh, wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, so wow, the Sokai version is actually worse in terms of the torso, unfortunately, right? Unfortunate, so wow. So in terms of the overall offensive attack, it's definitely the same as the arena version of it. The only difference is this one has a little bit more higher, let's say, defensive stat. But looking at it on base, wow, this is even worse. Yeah, this one is worse than the free-to-play version, unfortunately. What can I say? This one is old. This one is really old. So this one is definitely a notch up with the alteration, definitely. So this one, pretty bad. And then this one is a redeeming factor, so I can give it a thumbs up on that one. But other than that, let me take a look at it at the unaltered state. Wow, the free-to-play is better. The free-to-play is definitely better. Unfortunately, like it's old. Like there's nothing you can beat time in this game. Like in gacha game, like time is definitely money, in that sense. Like older unit are definitely gonna get power crap by newer unit. Even if you're looking at a free-to-play option, for example, wow, yeah. The only redeeming factor from the SoCal version is definitely looking at it at the defensive stat. So kind of it is what it is. So this one does have some EXQ boosting, so it's not bad. All right, we'll definitely take that, I guess. So all right, moving on to the backpack. I'm pretty sure this one with the proper alteration, this one should be hitting pretty hard. So now we're jumping from C to an A, but this one, I really take this one. Would I know? No, I think I'll actually take the HP recovery, because this one is reducing your enemy melee attack, which I don't really too much care about. So I think I'll take the free-to-play version by a landslide. So yeah. Alright, moving on to the Darkness Sword. Let's see what we're looking at. Oh, so this one's gonna be purely an EXT, or just the enemy melee power reduced. Okay, not too impressive overall, and that stat wise is not too far off. Let me take a look at it and alter the version. Yeah, they're pretty close, right? I think I actually need to take a look at the melee stat for the free-to-play version. My bad. This one, okay, so yeah, this one is pretty good. Does have some redeeming factor after alteration. Does have the EXQ power boosting. So with that being said, that is just a quick review for the new arena set over here. So do let me know how you guys feel about the Yami Syougun over here. I know it's not anything too special, but are you guys gonna pick it up whole set? Like, let me know which part are you guys gonna go for first. Are you guys gonna go for the leg first, and then the sword over there? I think those are definitely the two best options for the set. And then in terms of the Gen High mobility, you guys should definitely exchange for at least one part of it to complete the whole set, just for the collection purposes. But with that being said, that is going to be pretty much it in terms of this new arena suit over here. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys all on the next one.